Hello students, a very warm welcome once again to all of you in this video of Mizo Study video classes. So, now for class 9th students, today we are going to discuss CBSE pattern question exercise, that is force and laws of motion. So, I hope you have observed your first PowerPoint presentation. So, same pattern we are going to follow over here, that is question, answers, questions and then answers, like that, fine. And before starting every segment, there is instruction provided also. So, here comes your first question. It says question number 1, 2 and 3. These 3 questions are of very short answer type question. You need not to write more than a single line in these answers, fine. First is, what name is given to the product of mass and velocity of the body? So, first you have to do what? You have to follow the instructions given in the problem, that is mass m and velocity. So, multiplied by velocity. Now, you know mv is nothing but p, that is it is defined as linear momentum of vector quantity. Fine. So, this is more than required. Whatever is required, this answer is more than enough of that, fine. So, simply read the question, think about the answer, produce the answer, that is so simple. And this explanation is going to be the part of your video. So, at any point of time you can take a relook of these explanations also, but first you should try the answer from your side. What is the relationship between force and acceleration? Now, this is something which is defined as second law of motion, fine. So, this question is directly taken from there. Of fine, force and acceleration. So, you can simply say that like this, because m is constant, fine. So, this is associated with force and acceleration. And very short answer means do not waste your time in making your answer long, fine. This is your third question. Which physical principle is involved in the working of a jet aeroplane? Now, if you try to recall, I would like to mention that law of action reaction, that is Newton's third law, is applicable not only for rockets, but also for jet planes and so on. I also mentioned the example of take a ball and hit the ball on the wall. You will get the ball back in your hands. The more hard you will hit the ball on this wall, the more fast the ball will come back. Action reaction, fine. So, I am writing the answer as not, you need not to write this much, it is for your understanding. Not only rocket, but jet plane also works on the third law of motion. So, this is the solution of this third question. Here they not ask define or explain this law, but they simply want to ask which physical principle. So, law of action reaction is applicable. Every action has equal and opposite reaction, that is something applicable over here in this question number 3. Fine. Then comes question number 4 to 6, 4, 5, 6. Now, these questions, these 3 questions are in the category of short answer. So, what is the difference in short and very short? Short answer means may be possible you have to write 2 lines or so, and very short means just 1 line. Okay? So, let us take a look of this question number 4, that is short answer type. A body of mass 25 kg has momentum of 125 kg per meter square per meter per second. Find the velocity of the body. Fine. So, first we will try to find out what is given, then formula. Given m is equal to also p is equal to, this is 125 fine units. Now, you have to find the velocity v. Now, the formula that we should use, I will use this space, that is fine. So, P is 125 upon 25, fine. So, you will get it as 5 meter per second, fine. So, basic formula is used for calculations. It was question number 4. Then comes question number 5. State Newton's first law of motion. First question, give 2 examples to illustrate Newton's first law of motion. Now, students, if you try to recall while explaining the laws of motion chapter, I devoted good amount of time on the discussion of these laws. So, first is first law. And this first law is law of inertia. That is, if any object is in rest, it would like to be in rest, in motion, it would like to be in motion. For example, law of inertia, that is the answer of first. Give 2 examples, just take a look, give 2 examples to illustrate first law. So, one example is the way I started the discussion in the lecture. I am standing in a bus, the bus is moving, I was not holding anything. So, what will happen? That is one example. Another example, again I was sitting in a car, suddenly brakes applied, I was without seat belts, so my motion. So, those 2 examples are, I think, very simple and good enough to give you the idea, fine. Sixth question, that is again short answer type. To take the boat away from the bank of a river, the boatman pushes the bank with an oar. Why? Well, the scenario is like this. Let us say I am pushing this green board inside. So, the green board will apply according to third law equal and opposite force on my palm also, like this. So, when the boatman inside the boat is pushing the shore, so what will happen? Shore will apply some force on the boatman, and boat plus boatman both will move opposite to the bank, and gradually they will come in the deep water. Fine. Boatman following, boatman is following. Third law, fine. So, when he is going to push the shore, what will happen? The shore will push a force in opposite direction. So, gradually the boat will come in deep water. Fine. Action, reaction. Then comes question number 7 and 8. Now, these questions specifically I picked high order thinking skill, that is mentioned normally in your book as high order thinking skills. Fine. So, you should try to inculcate solving these HOTS for class 9th onward, so that when you reach as in class 12th, 11th, you find yourself comfortable. So, this is the category of HOTS question. 7 to 8, there are 2 questions. Now, why do you understand by the terms, what do you understand by the terms balanced and unbalanced forces? Explain with example. Now, this question I directly picked from one of my videos. Fine. There I explained you what exactly balanced force, what exactly unbalanced force, and so on. Okay. So, here a balanced force, if on any object 4-5 balanced forces are acting, object will not go anywhere. Otherwise, by unbalanced force, so acceleration will come into picture, and so on. Second is, what type of forces, balanced or unbalanced, act on a rubber ball when we press it between our hands? Fine. What effect is produced in the ball? Now, this is slightly different explanation. I have a ball, fine, and whatever forces, balanced or unbalanced, act on a rubber ball when we press it. I have a rubber ball. What I am doing? I am putting the rubber ball over here and then pushing it inward. Fine. The more I will press, the rubber ball will also provide me some force. So, this first option is, what do you understand by the terms balanced and unbalanced forces? Fine, that we already discussed. What is the meaning of balanced forces, unbalanced forces? So, balanced or unbalanced act on a rubber ball. So, on a rubber ball, one balanced force will act unless and until you are not replacing its position. Fine. So, what the answer of first is? Fine. Okay. Now, balanced and unbalanced term is so simple that you can visualize by yourself. Fine. So, therefore, I am not providing the answer, but over here if you come, you will say yes, balanced and unbalanced forces both are important over here also. So, due to unbalanced forces, these problems are occurring. Fine. So, act on a rubber ball when we press it. So, initially the rubber ball will try to remove out the pressure exerted by me, and after some time it may attain that shape. Fine. What effect is produced in the ball. So, what effect? So, when we press it between our hands like this, so a type of squeezing will take place like this, action reaction, it will not move, fine. So, this was question number 7, where I just provided you that what should be your approach, because I all these things explained in your class video. So, I hope you will find this discussion simple. Question number 8, why when a fireman directs a powerful stream of water on a fire from a hose pipe, the hose pipe tends to go backward. Now, this is something that you can also sense using a small half-inch pipe that is normally used in household. But if you want to really experience this you can say situation, you should take out a big pipe and allow to flow simultaneously huge amount of liquid, fine. So, why is it so that hose pipes tends to go backward? Now, if I am holding the opening of that pipe like this, it is made up of a nylon thread and this metal like this. So, if I hold it like this, it will provide lot of air, fine. But when we are holding it like this, so water is going in this direction, so reaction of the water is in backward direction. So, what will I feel? Oh, please do not push me. So, it is because of fine, third law of motion. Let us try to imagine it is a metal tap associated, fine. So, this is a cylindrical situation type of this thing. So, when the fireman is holding it like this, water oozes out very fast and reaction of that is coming in the backward direction, fine. Now, there are two questions, question number 9 and 10, and these are multiple choice. Out of 4, one is available as a correct choice. When we talk of a force acting on a body, it really means, fine. When we talk of a force acting on a body, so first is electrical force, no, balanced force, unbalanced force, nuclear force. So, best option is this balanced force, fine. So, it is the question number 9, in which you should have to just consider force acting on a body, because if electrical or this nuclear force is acting, that is something which you cannot observe, fine. If we release a magnet held in our hand, it falls 10 meter to the ground. The force which makes the magnet fall down is an example of. Now, imagine a situation, students, I have this white chalk, fine. Now, moment I am releasing this chalk, it is going downward like this. Why? Because gravitational pull is acting. So, the gravitational pull, is it like that anyone is opposing it? Ideally in this room no air. So, like this, like this. So, this is the mechanism and meaning that one force is acting, that is why the object is moving in a specific direction, fine. So, you should say unbalanced force. Then comes this question, this was question number 10, fine, and it was also question number 9. So, both questions are based upon balanced and unbalanced forces concept. So, in this scenario you can say that from this chapter I till now I avoided my approach of putting some good numericals, because then you will realize, oh, some problems in the basic and suddenly videos, quite difficult. Therefore, I carefully selected 10 simple questions and I presented those questions and answers in front of you. Fine. So, hopefully, you will understand all these explanations in this particular scenario. Keep on working, that is important. Fine, whenever you have time, take a look of these videos. Very soon I will come back with some new videos, but till then take care of yourself. Have a nice time.